I've never worn this Tom Longboat award itself since I got it about over 50 years ago. It's given to the top First Nations Athlete of the Year, and I didn't even know such an award existed. I grew up right on the land in Ruddy-Lincoln, Fort Good Hope. And from there, I ended up in going to the first of the residential schools in Aklavik. But when I got to the Grolier Hall in Inuvik, I knew right away that I could do the sports. The coach, Father Mouche, who began the test ski program along with Bjorger Peterson, wanted some people to come forth and volunteer to join the ski program that was just started out. Another of the things that was happening at that particular residential school was it was very rough on the students. And we Dene students, we couldn't identify with it because we couldn't speak our language or anything. So my decision was immediate. I wanted to do anything to get out of the hostel physically, out of the residential school. And that's how it started.
Everybody had to get up at 7, but me and Antoine, we used to get up about an hour earlier just so we could go out and put on our winter gear and go jogging. I never thought about it that way, but now I look back on it and I think that that's the way that we dealt with some of the stress that we were under, and it's one way most people survived the experience, I guess.
We started off with old army skis, and we used broken hockey sticks for poles. And the thing about Father Mouche was he already recognized that our people, having lived outdoors, grown up pretty well outdoors on the land, that we could identify readily with this particular Nordic sport.
The trails were spread over 3 days, one race on Friday, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. Antoine had a chance to make the team, but he would have to win the last race by a certain time.
What they told me was I had to do over 1 minute better than all the rest of the team.
But he did it. He won that race by the time that he needed to win it by, and to this day I still can't understand how he did it.
When we got down to Quebec for the Winter Games itself, it was too hot for us, so we just raced in our t-shirts basically, and everybody was really amazed. They said we went faster uphill than they did downhill. And each one of us, we all had our own little fan club, you know. To come in 7th, that was 1 minute and 26 seconds behind the first person. So that gives you an idea of how much competition there was.
Back then, I don't remember that much recognition about it, but myself, I knew how well he had done.
And this is where Sports North really comes into play, is that I can see this as a matter of reconciliation too, because of the fact that I joined the project, the test ski program, in order to just physically get out of the residential school, so you can see how Sport North's recognition for the Hall of Fame, that kind of event, really comes into play for a residential school survivor such as myself.